Fireworks, East, West, North, and South. Hey, good morning, Sunday. My name is Taz. Fireworks. Hey, ha. You know what? Now listen to this. Yo, right where I'm at right now, the skies are blue and it's sunny. A lot of green trees. Everything green up, compared to, was it like in January? It's all green, right now. But time of the day, I don't know. People trying to recover this morning. Shit. No, listen. There's some people trying to recover from whatever they did or whatever they. Now listen. East, West, North, and South fireworks. I hope you're having a wonderful Sunday morning. Shoot, half the nation is probably not awake yet, and who is awake is out playing ball or shooting. You know what I enjoy doing in the morning times, like Sunday morning? Playing some ball, playing some basketball, playing some soccer, some football. Sunday morning, early, man, that used to be some. Like when you're in the Caribbean island, that you see some of the Rastafarians, that's the time they wake up. They're up at 7 o'clock running a mile already. On this, oh man. But if you just join in, we're gonna jump into this. I don't know what you're doing right now. If you're just awake, if you're trying to slide from upstairs to downstairs to find the eggs, to find the eggs in the cooler. I make some toast. Hey, fire for you, man. Keep doing what you're doing. If you're just waking up with your family and kids and everyone fixing to go for a day, have day plan. Hey, Sunday's a mad day though. You got so much stuff to do. Depends on what you're doing. Like you got laundry, you gotta clean your car, you gotta vacuum, you gotta jack your front seat up, you gotta like Sunday is really a hard day. You've got to go in your car, you gotta get all the clothes out of your car all the crap that you have in there all week. You gotta get the tarp. You gotta take the. You gotta get a tarp. Listen. On Sundays you gotta get a tarp. Listen. No, I'm sorry. Like, if you go to church today, that's it. Listen, I'm not even gonna go no further into that situation because. listen. No, on a serious note, on Sundays you gotta get a tarp, and you have to lay that tarp in front of your car, or you gotta lay it at the very back, or you gotta lay it at the door, and you gotta get. You ever see them things that they walk around and pick up things on the street side with? That's what your fingers and hands become. No telling what you're grabbing underneath that front seat. Because after you go through and do the scraping, the top work, then you have to go and get in the trunk of your car, and you have to get your jack out, and you have to put it up underneath your front seat. Listen. Listen, it's just not in South Forex. My name is Taz. Hey, bad allergy here. Hey, if you're just joining me, thank you. But I don't know if you're going to church right now. I don't know what your situation is. But this is the vibes I'm on right now, so. Now, on a serious note, so you remember when I said, like, it's like the foundation of the Bible is how we communicate with each other? Do you remember that? And a few minutes ago, I listened to this song again, and I paid full attention to the kids and the guy and how he's saying it. And even I was listening to Jake And it's the same way that preaching, as listening to even Steve Harvey, you know, it's like, it's that preaching is the way we transpire our daily life. And it's just funny because we've not paid attention to this and said, okay, this is where like it's a base for our communication skill, kinda. It's kind of like a foundation for our communication skill and the things that we go to and the words that we go to. It's all from the Bible, and so we preach that. And so now you see the journey within a journey. This is fire. I am so grateful for all y'all, because this is fire. Like, this is, and why I say fire, because fire purifies everything. You boil some anything in it, then it just purify. Anyway, this is awesome. This is, I'm so grateful for the passion. I'm grateful for the desire. I'm grateful for the fight that y'all put in. I'm grateful for the everyday fight. And like I said, the power of will and the power of determination, desire, consistency, create a pattern. I am so grateful for everything that you've done. I'm grateful for everything that you're doing. I am so happy the fight that you're putting in, and non-stop. Keep putting up fighting. Keep laying it hard. Keep pushing. It's a journey within a journey. We have 2 E's: enter and exit. Everything else is a journey within a journey. It's just the details of our life. If you're going to church today, listen, no. If you're going to church today, you know, open up a little bit. Open up. It's like you open up for a job when you're at the job, to what hear what the your boss or the leader of the whatever the organization is. So you just hear if that's only possible. If you're in your home, are you playing some spiritual music and getting your laundry done and going to your car with the tarp to listen? No, on a serious note, throw that over the bike. Hey, throw that over the bike. Listen, no, I know. East, West, North, and South Fireworks. My name is Taz. This is Freshly Design 360. If you just joining, spiritual vibes. I was just following up with the way we communicate and where it started from, and how you can see it in our day-to-day life and existence here, how we communicate with each other and how we talk to each other. And this is a full definition of this guy singing this song with this kid, and it's just like through the pastor way, if that's how, before many books that exist, because there was no book that existed that kind of teach you to communicate like this with such a long structure behind it and such a long guideline behind it. So and if you notice, it's how we grow up each day talking and communicating with each other, you know, and it passed down to generation and generation. Look at Steve Harvey, Jake, and even Tony Robinson in a different way, but it's the same. It's kind of like we preaching to our congregation. It's kind of like we preaching to our family. It's kind of like we preaching to our friend. That's the base of us. There's no other anything else. It's just like that. So if you're going to church today, fireworks for you. If you're just gonna be home and hanging out with your family, fireworks. Yeah, and if you're just outside and fixing to go mowing and you blew up or string up, fireworks. Listen, if you're gonna go clean your car out, because laundry, you gotta do laundry today too. Yeah, and you gotta get the kids 5 suits of clothes ready on the hanger so they can, you know what, let them pick that out for themselves and put it in the hanger themselves. Anyway, that saves you like 20 minutes. Anyway, but you can draw the top right up to your car at the very back, and you can start you do the top surface first. So you might find some clothes, you might find some shorts, you might find 2 Coke cans, a water bottle. Hey, you might find a missing part of the puzzle that you were putting together last week. And then once you get done do that, you have to haul that inside. Listen, now, I know. Once you all that inside, you have to go back for round 2. Now, listen, I am serious. You have to go back for round 2. It's just not insult. That's just a feeling, just so you to laugh. But anyway, I'm keeping it like this. So thank you for just joining with me. And like I said, determination, and keep pursuing the goal, and it's already there in your mind. Think back to one time they asked you if you want to be what you want to be, and at times you could never find that question, the answer for them. But as we learn more and more through generation and more exposure, you learn that the answer will come. It's within yourself. See, I'm never one will blame anyone for anything, neither my parents or anything of that sort, because I always think if they have the proper tools to work with, and sometimes it's just probably they didn't have the proper tools to work with. So I'm not the kind of guy who does that. I think the responsibility is solely upon myself, but the responsibility is solely upon ourselves. And sometimes as the Caribbean people and people from the new world or the developing world, they find themselves in that situation also. And so sometimes they grow up with that mentality of just knowing that this is on you, and I've never found it in myself that it's even worth blaming anyone for anything, because I think, yes, sometimes the circumstances could be better, but then you have to think back. If you don't have the proper tool, you can't get the job done correctly. It's just if you don't have the proper tool, you cannot get the job done correctly. Hey, you ever seen some people they give birth, some mothers give birth, and the minute they give birth, sometimes they pass the baby on to someone else, because they probably feel like that's how the better meant, or the better fighting chance for that kid. And that kid sometimes turn on to be the person that you not thought it could become, so it's just one of those life stories. But there's many life stories of that situation. But what I've understand, to my own opinion, is the responsibility sometimes just fall on you. Yes, you'd like for it to be better. If the proper tools are there to work with, sometimes it will, so you. But what else you have to do? You just have to keep pushing. You have to keep pushing. You have to keep pushing. We use the word push repetitive times, because we hear that's repetitive times through different speakers. And I'm just go back to what I'm saying, how we communicate is so much. It's a pass down of how we hear others communicating, and so the Bible is just a prime example. And I take this song and I play this song so you could have a better understanding of my thoughts on it, because when I listen to Steve Harvey and how he talks and the jokes he run and the way he commercial, just the way he is as a human, it's just the same. It's like he is right here talking to these people right here, talking to another younger black man like himself. And even Jake, when you listen to Jake preach, it's the same thing. When you listen to Tony Robinson preach, it's the same thing. It's just it's from a different it's a two different time zones still, but it's the same preaching. And it's always been a foundation of how we communicate with each other, a journey within a journey. And so I ask a question besides this: will there ever be a thing called the manual, and then that way it will be something of that form? But will it also be like this? What will be in the manual if there was such a thing called a manual? But one of the things that I've discovered, that the world is a library of knowledge, both domestic and international. I say the world is a library of knowledge. Now, if you can break that down, and if you follow with me, my name is Taz, FRESHTEADESIGN 360. One more good thing I've got for you, though: we can only identify the free gift of life in moments, minutes, and seconds. And now we also strive to get that moments and minutes and seconds. That's why we work so hard each day, because we want to repeat that. We want to repeat that. We want to repeat that feeling. Why do you think we work so hard night and day? We want to repeat that feeling. Well, you know, we just want to repeat that feeling over again, and we strive each day to enjoy the free gift of life, and which is merely in moments, minutes, and in seconds. Now, keep that in mind. Keep that's how we strive for each and every day. And so when you go out tomorrow or this coming week, and you say to yourself, I'm here for the dream. I want the dream. But within that dream, it's something that you've seen in someone else free gift of life, in that moments, minutes, and seconds where they enjoy that free gift of life. You find a desire in that you like, and you place it in there for your dream. And that's the question: what is your dream? But in better words, I want the dream. And we continue it like that, because Denzel said you have to do something you've never done to achieve this dream. And this merely takes years of understanding. That's why I say something like that, words like that sometimes, to find those words just in a to find those words to find those words to achieve something you've never had, you have to do something you've never done. To achieve those, to achieve those words should not just be in a simple spot. It should be so a place that can be regular seen. You know, like you regular reminded. It's like you go to work each day and you have a list of what you've got to do. The boss regular reminds you of what you need to get done. Sometimes achieving the goal is there, but it's the regular reminder, and it's the regular consistency and the persistency of the daily goals that you win. And not even the daily goals, because that's still an extended period. The goals that you win in the minutes and the moments and the seconds and the hours of the day, that's the goal right there. The goal starts right there, and it adds up to achieve the master goal, the small victory goals. Yeah, once I hear this said, I hear this saying. He said, if you take care of the small things, the big things will take care of themselves. If you take care of the small things, the big things will take care of themselves. Forex, my name is Taz. If you just joining, just streaming with me, hey, I'm on the Bible right here. I've touched the free gift of life. I've touched the Bible, and it's a part of our way we communicate with each other. I've touched that part. I've touched the world is a knowledge, both international, is a library, both international and domestic. The world is a library. The world is a library, both international and domestic. And I've touched the Bible based on just saying, like, if you're listening to this song and you can pull it up and you can see how they communicated with each other through music by singing each other, it's a prime demonstration of how we communicate each and every day with each other throughout this world, and just to found and understand that the base of our communication derived from reading of the Bible in this, and how we would go to church and understand and see what the pastor preach. And I'm not saying that you're supposed to do any of this. I am just saying that if you can go back to when there was not much books around, and there was not a lot of people could be around, and they found the Bible, and out of the 30 probably 15 read the Bible, and the 15 out of the 15 maybe 3 wanted to be like the pastor, and the 3 that wanted to be like the pastor is a prime representative of Steve Harvey and Jake, if I can say those names. I hope it's okay. But it's the prime example of the 3 that's in the congregation, and it's been passed down on and on. I put it right here, but I know you can take it way back and build on it and understand what I'm saying. I know that. I know there's names on your tongue right now that you could connect at this very moment and at this very minute with what I'm saying. So, and on the flip side, it's the same way for the Caucasian group church. They also was in the same field, and other pastors and their kids was there, and there was 5 or 3 out of them, maybe 10, a little bit more high on the average side, but it was the same field, and it comes straight down, and people tend to do it out of the free gift of their heart right now in the same way. But it's a prime example for me to understand and illustrate this is when I see Jake preaching, when I see Harvey preaching, talking, when I see all these guys out there, and I just realize and make the connection. This is going on forever. And this is one of those hidden topics, and and like I said, it's one of those hidden topics. So when I did through the valleys and the terrains of the Appalachian Mountains, through the winding turn and curves and the monstrous hills of the Great Smoky Mountains, into the towns and the small surrounding city of this historic land, with many history of the place, all people or corners of the world have somehow find their home here in the Smokies, which transform each and every one to be a part of the core of a county, a town, a city, a state, and a country. How remarkable is this story? A multi-race and gender is a part of our daily success. It's an unbelievable diversity sculpture in this unique place of beauty, character, and love. Welcome to the time of the day where we can enjoy the free gift of life. I have discovered happiness is there in everything and in everyone. So when I take you back to this song where it said, okay, when I take you back to this song that we were listening to, Spirit lead me with my troubles. Hey, listen, this goes very deep. This will touch your heart. This will make you want to go up on top of the roof and jump off in the ocean and take a swim and think you're baptizing. I'm kidding. Throw that over the bank. This will make you want to go swimming in the ocean and think. This will make you want to self-baptize yourself if you listen to this song. It's way too deep. Hey, this will make you call your son name in the house John or Peter and tell him to come baptize you right now. Hey, listen, FRESHTEADESIGN. My name is Staz 360. Hey, hit the like button. Hey, no, seriously, I don't know what's wrong with the volume, seriously. But anyway, if you can hear me, I got mad love for you. You can see the galaxy and stars in your eyes. I love you to the moon and back. To my families out there, to my friends out there. The sky blue. I love you to the moon and back. Listen. So, pick up back from where we're at. With Steve Harvey being the same and Jake being the same from the Bible, now the multi-race and gender is a part of our daily success. people from all corners of the world have somehow find their home here. And these people from all corners of the world that find their home here also becomes and understand the learning and the teaching through the Bible from listening to others here, such as Jake, such as Harvey, such as Tony, and find themselves in that rhythm that they can pray and they can preach to others, not in the same way like it used to be, but like listen, hey, take this. This will make you want to go swim outside right now. This will make you want to go baptize yourself. I am not saying this. We're just having a good time. We're just hanging out. My name is Taz, Fresh Tea Design. You have a time you ever cry, and then once in the midst of crying, you just start laughing. And that's one of the most funniest thing. It's kind of like when the rain starts to pour, and then the sun just comes out and brights the you know, the sun be just bright as daylight, and the rain just start pouring down. We go through that scenario. Sometimes you're in the midst of crying, just crying your eyes out, and for a split minute you just start to laugh. Anyway, East, West, North, and South. Forex, my name is Taz. And when I say about race and gender, I am not for either type of anyone. I'm just saying, if we need to save a life, would it matter who it comes from? If it's to save someone's mom life, you better know what. If it's to save a dad's life, a kid's life, you better know what. I am, you know, the hidden stories, you know, the hidden stories sometimes that I somehow find myself are able to view and share with the world. And I thank you again for streaming. But it's amazing that when I wrote this thing, and the more I listened to, at first I didn't pay so much attention to it and how deep it is, you know, to the valleys and the terrains of the mountains. But while I was here in my first 6 months and I was driving on the road and it was winter time, I noticed in the woods, and I noticed the snow would hold on to the branches of the limbs, and I noticed the leaves was wet on the ground, and I could see the snow holding on to the branches of the trees, whether it was pine tree, and there was trees with no leaves. But my thing to this was based on like, wow, this is so beautiful. To me, it felt like a painting. It looked like a picture to me at the first time. The first thing came to my mind was, wow, this would be like one of these paintings that you'll see on sale for the millions of dollars that you and I can't afford. But just to tell you how beautiful this would look. And so I was like, man, this is supposed to be on, this would look like it'd be on the wall of a businessman, or you know, some of these big firms you go to, and you see these wonderful pictures, these beautiful pictures. East, West, North, and South. My name is Taz. Fireworks. My allergies. But thank you for joining me. Thank you for streaming with me. I got my love for you guys. East, West, North, and South. Keep pushing. We can jump on it back some more, or we can have some more fun.